Oh, I'm fine. Can you believe it? She sounds unnaturally cheerful. Just a little broken ankle. Where did you get the rollerblades? Oh, he came on them. To the party. Isn't that cute? She has no disability insurance. The business runs on a shoestring. But what is Sarah supposed to do? She's 38 and she's not married, and she'd like to be with someone. It may not be an option for her anymore. So she rollerblades with the 25-year-old in her basement instead of having sex with him. Hi folks, me here. As you may be able to tell, I am not recording from my typical concrete box. This is because I'm house sitting for my aunt and taking care of her dog, Bunny. Look at this. I try and record one episode. Valley of the Dolls? Guys and Dolls? I'm not sure this one makes much sense, folks. You want to know how this episode begins? You really want to know? I'll tell you.
Once upon a time.
They did it again.
Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Once upon a time.
This means that Carrie has written about half of her articles with the introductory phrase, once upon a time. Imagine that half of your work begins with the phrase, once upon a time, and then imagine that you're not one of the Brothers Grimm. Oh well, at least we add another theme to this episode's horde. We've got Valley of the Dolls, we've got Guys and Dolls, now I've got Modern Fairy Tale. I look forward to the episode using full use of all of these themes. The episode opens with Carrie and Mr. Big once again running into each other.
Bumping into one another.
Fate has a sense of humour apparently, because this time it's at a bris. What better omen for a burgeoning relationship than the ritual trimming of a penis? With the cumulative wisdom of a circumcised baby, these two adults have the collective maturity to organise an intentional meeting. In this case, Dorsia, as Samantha's PR firm is handling the opening. Miranda and Charlotte are also at the opening. Lucky you, Mr. Big. Your first date and her friends are all coming along too. Another good omen. Charlotte is dating Bryden this episode with the big three.
Looks, manners, money.
With the exception of manners, he should fit right in.
They're stupid and lazy, and they should be shot on sight.
Euro trash.
4. Divorced.
Big peppermill deck.
An asshole.
I need to get laid.
Wanna fuck.
French.
Did you sometimes want a club?
I'll kill you.
Fucking that guy up against the chain link fence.
Like a monkey.
We'd love to.
Are you sure you're not gay? The man is scum.
Now you cannot put this in your column, promise.
I promise.
Carrie reveals that Mr. Big has described this date as more of a drinks thing. Even the magical atmosphere of a bris isn't enough to bring these two star-adjacent lovers together. Carrie goes inside so Miranda can privately reveal to Charlotte that she hasn't killed Skippy after all. In fact, he's meeting Miranda here for a drink thing too. Charlotte is amazed that Miranda can bring herself to date these
So scattered and unfocused.
younger guys. Those are your words, Charlotte. I hope they never come back to haunt you. Miranda clarifies that it's strictly physical, much more eloquently than I could ever hope to.
We're not dating, it's a fuck thing.
Samantha begins luring people onto the rocks, beginning with her entourage. I feel vindicated in my leopard print as a motif for misery angle, because Samantha seems to be having the time of her life.
Girls, isn't this fun? I've turned away 20 so far. People are actually crying.
Some people are even crying, which is admittedly kind of funny. Ooh, the restaurant is such a success, it's enough to make a grown man descend a ladder. Nope, that's not a turn of phrase. That's literally what's happening here. Carrie checks her voice messages, only to learn that Mr. Big isn't meeting her after all. She asks for a second opinion from Miranda to interpret the tone of the voice message. She doesn't understand it either, and we're all left richer for the experience. Samantha is at a table with some drinks when she introduces us to this week's monster, John. He's the hottest chef in New York, which is why it makes perfect sense for there not to be food here. I guess he's just tired from the work he's at right now.
Jon, no H, no last name. His blue crab strudel was so fabulous he didn't need one.
What is a blue crab strudel? What do you mean he doesn't need a last name? Where's Skippy? Where's Elizabeth? What's he doing here? Why isn't he cooking something on opening night? Cook something, goddamn you! Sam is his very cute friend in his 20s, which is apparently significantly younger than Carrie.
Hey,
Sam? Who's named Sam?
me.
I missed a reference here, I think. I just got distracted by a young Jason Bateman. Oh hey, he did make it into Dorsia after all. Just to clarify, I thought all of the main four were roughly in their 20s. I remember Miranda had a birthday. Yeah, she's like 30-something. Who cares? Come to think of it, how old are these women? The longer you look at it, the more upsetting it gets. Anyway. Hey, Skippy! He's alive! Again. He keeps coming back. Why? Miranda hates rum.
And I hate Coke.
Apparently hates free drinks. And Skippy. Which is unfortunate, because all four of those things just got right in her face. Skippy is finally at the party, and now under adult supervision can have safe, controlled fun. Right on cue, Sam comes back with a tray of martinis, and abracadabra, it's gone. Carrie is vacantly entertaining herself with her own internal zingers.
They have cute butts.
When she's separated from the herd to be shown the world's most secret tongue piercing. No one can know. For some reason. Contrary to popular belief, women actually find it very charming when you dart your tongue out at them.
Who is it?
Exhibit A. Carrie is immediately charmed by the shiny object, giving Mr. Big the element of surprise as he turns up after all. Or not, because he has to leave immediately. Carrie isn't too cut up about it though, because the next sentence she's agreeing to leave with Sam. I mean, in fairness, they're not going home together. They're going to a 20-somethings club, which I thought was all clubs. It's all happening very quickly for you, but I had to do this scene the hard way. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's happening. These are just the Tarzan facts.
Samantha? Everybody in here is in their 20s.
So are we.
How old are you? It's so simple. It shouldn't be this hard. Carrie needs to be reminded to make some room on the couch, which, even if I wasn't being willfully catty, is pretty rude. There's a short tumble, now we're all on each other's laps. At least she's not too upset about missing Mr. Big. That could have been an evening ruiner. Samantha's having a normal one.
Hello?
I am so fucked.
Which apparently means calling Carrie to tell her all about the sex she's had with John last night. Or possibly the Phantom of the Opera. We don't know whose apartment this is.
As I searched for my morning Marlboro Light.
Good hustle, Ruthie, get the tobacco companies involved. Samantha lists all the positions they go through, and apart from a brief allusion to pegging, nothing really that shocking goes on. Granted, it's pre-internet, so they probably think that they invented that. Charlotte, Miranda and Skippy are still missing, but presumed alive. Regretfully, the phone conversation continues.
I forgot how much fun it is to just kiss, you know?
Carrie's evening was apparently just kissing a guy for 5 hours, in various different locations, obviously. At least she says she enjoyed it, despite only getting 2 hours sleep. Nothing a quick Marlboro Light can't fix.
As Samantha went on about her sexual escapades,
While her friend is talking to her, Carrie's mind wanders off, and she notices a phone number written on her arm. She assumes that it's Sam's, big if true.
Guys in their 20s, they are up for anything.
Honestly, it's so difficult to keep track. It shouldn't be this difficult. Oh god, now there's a montage. What is happening? I'm exhausted. Skippy's here, although he has lost his hopeless romantic title card. Careful, Skippy, this doesn't bode well for you. Especially after Miranda compared you to a living dildo earlier. One of the men in black has mercifully come to wipe our memories of this episode. No, that's just Miranda. I hope something happens soon.
Well, so then what's really going on here? I mean, is it younger men feel safer?
Okay, even Sarah Jessica Parker's getting tired. Miranda hypothesizes that 20-something guys want sex and are willing to care about their partner's pleasure in order to get it. Carrie rebukes this in the second instance of bringing up last night's make-out session, but the first instance of her complaining about it.
Yeah, but I'm not having sex. It's a kissing thing.
Less than 2 minutes ago, you said you were having fun. No. I can't. I need a break. Good night. Okay, well, it's the next morning, and I feel a little less sorry for myself. Sorry about the tantrum last time. I just have to impress how difficult it is to ascribe motivations to these characters. It is genuinely quite draining. Carrie cuts the conversation off because she apparently has to meet with her editor, which I think is a good idea. It's gong to be amiss. Before I say something, I say it in my head first so it doesn't come out wrong. Kind of seems like a waste of time. Our descent reaches the fourth circle of hell, the Banana Republic. Carrie's meeting with her editor seems to be going very well, and very tastefully, I might add.
Yeah, whoever this is, I can't talk. I'm late for a drink thing. I just need 5 minutes. I'm meeting Brian later, and I don't know what to do.
Carrie and I clearly have different ideas about friendship. What the hell is that on her bed? Some sort of creature. Charlotte has been asked... How do I put this delicately? Charlotte's issue is that she has been asked if she would like to partake in a non-procreational activity.
Meet me in front of your apartment in 10 minutes.
Okay, never mind. Someone dropped the A-bomb, so cancel everything. Hell, cancel my plans at this stage. It's not often that we get to hear about the outrageous demands of unreasonable men on this show. So I'd be interested to see how they play that angle. Carrie goes to pick Charlotte up from the Battle of Frontier. Charlotte reacts to some bad news in an all-too-human way.
In Madison.
62nd and Madison.
Picking up Miranda.
No, God,
Yes,
no.
and then we're picking up Samantha.
Oh, Carrie.
No! Charlotte is freaking out at the prospect of the forbidden love, so Carrie calls in the cavalry. What follows is a freewheeling symposium of ideas, a real Plato's Republic, a symposium in the city.
It's all about control. If he goes up there, there's going to be a shift in power.
Uh-oh. I think this might be Zeno's Republic.
Front, back, who cares? A hole is a hole.
Samantha was also able to free up her evening at the drop of a hat, and is generous enough to give her 2 cents on the issue.
This is a physical expression that the body was designed to experience. And
What, does she mean like a prostate? Is that...
What are you talking about? I went to Smith.
Oh, new Charlotte law dropped, everyone. She apparently went to Smith. Whether that's a college or a person, I'm not sure, but the cadence does imply a degree of pedigree.
look, I'm just saying, with the right guy and the right lubricant.
No need to workshop that one, Samantha. That can go to stage as is. Dislike the video for a twist of the knife.
What was that?
A preview?
Oh, that's gold. I wish I'd thought of that. You know what? This entire sequence deserves the treatment.
No smoking gap.
Sir, we're talking up the butt.
You could use a little back door.
I'm not a hole.
All men were assholes.
The short, fat, poor ones?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You bitch.
Couldn't keep her clothes on.
Where are those beards?
Holding a tong.
I fucked him. They just... I think...
Deluded self-confidence.
A self-centered.
Hated them. Insecure.
Stupid.
Freddie is terrible.
Come on, let's go!
I fucked him too. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
You know, it's strangely fitting that these are all called episodes. Carrie, despite everything, is on time for dinner. Unfortunately, the event still remains ambiguous because Mr. Big has invited this European serial killer. The sad man is sad because he's getting a divorce. It's his second one, so you'd think he'd be a bit more practiced at handling it well. Apparently not, because Mr. Big tells Carrie he was crying on the phone. Mr. Big invited his friend along to briefly disprove the notion that everyone in his life will eventually abandon him because he's pathetic. I assume.
Right in the middle of my drink thing, Mr. Marvelous.
Carrie, don't judge this. You almost blew this off because a friend of yours had dated a guy for 3 weeks who suggested. Carrie, however, isn't here to have a terrible evening and decides to leave with some dignity. Where either of these two concepts came, I have no idea, but I'm glad they're here. She buys them around and walks away. And you know what? Good for her. It was actually a pretty classy exit, all things considered, and had she stayed, this would have been excruciating. Thank you. Actually, maybe that's going a bit too far. When we think back to the episode's first near-date event, that was kind of her fault. You know what, credit where it's due. Good boundaries, Carrie, in this specific instance. However I've treated Carrie, apparently Karma wants a word with her too, because now she has to walk 48 New York blocks because she paid for drinks with the last of her cab money. I'd be more sympathetic to her if she hadn't bought that round out of some sort of spiteful power move. Wouldn't it be ironic if she gave her cab money to a man who famously has his own personal driver?
Just when I thought I would have to do the unspeakable. Walk home.
For those of you curious, a New York block is between 80 and 274 metres, which depending on the direction she walked between 3.8 and 13 kilometres. Again, good for you, Carrie. Carrie decides that walking literally miles in $400 shoes deserves a reward, so she swings by the youth bar to pick up Sam. Despite the age gap of an indeterminate amount of years, the two crazy kids finally figure it out. Ooh, red wine, white sheets, and sodomy. What a great combo. Where'd that creature from earlier go? I didn't want to say anything at the time, but I think I saw it move. Charlotte is gently breaking the news to, I want to say, Brandon? She does not want to perform the act which cannot be named, and Brighton seems heartbroken.
I want children and nice bedding, and I just can't handle this right now.
Can we fuck the regular way?
And that is the end of that. Samantha is continuing her sexual escapades with John, and everything seems to be going along pretty well. That is, until one fateful refractory period, John pays tribute to Samantha's neck wrinkles in the form of a sonnet. Samantha realises that as long as she dates younger men, she'll always be the older woman, and decides that she'd rather feel important than happy. Amen. Anyway, nothing of consequence happens next, but Carrie and Sam do sleep together, and Carrie seems pretty happy about that. That is, until Carrie wakes up and realises that 20-something guys tend to live in squalor. No shit. Carrie, all these red flags were there last night, you were just too horny to care about it. Hey, maybe you do have something in common with 20-something guys after all. In fairness, many men do choose to live in rooms designed by Walter Wick and Gene Morzolo. I know I do. Sam offers to make Carrie some coffee using toilet paper coffee filters, while Carrie ducks down to the local dive bar to use the toilet. Funnily, there's a graffito on the wall that says, "They have no toilet paper." This in itself isn't ironic. What is ironic is that it appears at the timestamp 2020. I mean, not even I would live in this. And honestly, there's a small part of me that still considers milk crates as valid furniture. Carrie decides that leaving her cab money for a divorced drunk, walking a quarter marathon, and waking up in Grouchland deserves a treat. In this case, shoes from the same designer from that bathroom she just raw-dogged. Walking a couple blocks and spending too much money out of spite? Carrie, you are in your element. Long distance walking, long distance retirement. Carrie vindicates the entire premise of Forrest Gump because something interesting does happen on one of her tracks. Who should appear but the divorced man from last night? He's much happier now that he's shacked up with who I assume is an escort of some sort. And Mr. Big's here too, silly. He was hiding under the table. Carrie solves a crossword clue, and after some brief flirting, the two decide that organising a third date would be silly. They'll just wait for each other underneath tables next time. The episode ends at a merciful 21 minutes and 38 seconds. Oh, Lord help us all. Well, that was a doozy, and I didn't have fun. And I think maybe some of that bled into my notes. At least I hope it did. I can't stress how difficult of a sode this was for me. I really mean it. That was tough. If you'll excuse the choice of words, Charlotte's sodomy epic was a breath of fresh air in the mishmash of whatever the hell else was going on this episode. At the risk of implying something, any port in a storm. I think Kim Cattrall might have been busy on the day of shooting, because most of her scenes took place on 1 or 2 sets, one of which might have been her real-life bedroom. Oh, the quip about the lube and the preview joke really put her in contention as the funny one of the group. So I have my work cut out for me. Miranda's large absence from this episode proves the theory that there can really only be room for 3 stories in these episodes, but I think it's safe to assume that she bullied Skippy lightly off screen.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Well, it's about time.
Look at how crowded it is. What a sham.
His dick is like a gherkin.
All that bullshit you spout.
I think I broke my vagina.
Oh, who the fuck cares?
In lieu of any actual social life of their own, this is me reacting to your perception of me.
Give me a 20.
Visit!
Hello.
It's over. I told my wife.
Who is this?
Oh, already said that. Well, do it twice.
All right, here we go.
Just meet me out front. Your name's not on the list.
Carrie at least tried to formalise her relationship with Mr. Big, but instead we got the revelation that 20-something guys are horny and gross. This episode was very generous with my time. Mr. Big is still pretty much a stranger, and from what we do know about Carrie, she isn't likeable enough to root for her. So this whole thing seems like a flighty nothing burger that you'd think better of telling at a stranger's dinner party when it slowed down. Or something. At the risk of beating a dead horse, figuring out people's motivations this episode was genuinely quite exhausting. I honestly needed that break halfway through. If we're being realistic, I don't think there were any motivations.